A warm welcome to everyone who have just joined us. Welcome to Wheel of Wisdom, a place where the right message finds you. So now let me show you guys our Wheel of Wisdom. Okay, just a moment. Yeah. So here is our wheel, my beautiful beings. And as you can see, this wheel contains the name of 50 plus books that I have read over the past 10 years of my life. And now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a moment and ask ourselves, what do I need guidance on today? Okay, so see if something specific emerges for you and hold that in your heart as we spin the wheel. Oh, so the book that came up is Fail, Fail Again, Fail Better. Wise advice for leaping into the unknown by Pema Chodron. So let me open this beautiful book and then I will read the comments that have poured in. Okay. So this is our beautiful book. Fail, fail again, fail better. And now let me see. Uh, yeah, 44 in the house of Anisha. Kathleen says, Hi Anisha. Hi Kathleen. Nice to see you here. You're just in time for our first reading for today. Um, Silverback says, Wow, dealing with this heat, lol. Okay. Um, okay, from Heat, I remember, Kathleen, in case you joined late, I want to let you know that today we did a guided practice um, for some relief from this heat that we are all dealing with on this earth. So, yeah, and it was called a cooling breath. So, yeah, in case you need that, you are welcome to be on the lookout for any practice that gets released this week. Okay, Bob says, can you say the author's name again, please? Yeah, it's Pema. So there are like some other symbols in her name. So I don't know how to type them, but just to give you an idea. Okay, wonderful, Kathleen. It won't be included in the recording, but I would release it maybe within a week. Okay, so you can find it on my profile in the video section. Okay, so now let me choose some numbers from this beautiful book again, which is Fail, Fail Again, Fail Better. Hi, Nancy. Thank you for sharing the author's name. I love her book. So give me a second to choose some numbers and then we will play a beautiful, wonderful, fun game. Okay, you're welcome, Bob. And from Nancy also says yes. Okay, so before I share the numbers, the instructions for this game for those who are new. So the instructions are pretty simple. I'm going to share with you guys two numbers between which I want you guys to choose a number. And whatever number pops up in your head, you can share that in the comments. I will go through all the numbers that comes up in the comment and pick one of those numbers that my intuition feels most called to. And then I will open that page and read the highlighted part from that page, because as I was reading these books, I highlighted the insightful paragraphs or the transformative exercises from these books. Okay, so I invite you guys to pick one number between page number 27 to page number 114. So, any number between these pages. There you go. And again, there is no need to rush because I pick a number randomly. Okay. Thank you, Joe, for sharing a number. Thank you, Kathleen. Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Bridget. Thank you, Nancy. Anyone else who wants to share a number and receive the message from the universe? Okay, then let's go with the numbers that poured in here. Thank you, Angie. Thank you, Jutsa. Thank you, Laurie. Um, Jutsa and Laurie, I would, can you guys please choose a number between 27 to 114? Because usually on the first pages, it's like some publisher kind of detail in the book. So yeah, I would appreciate if you guys can choose between 27 to 114, like another number. Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you, Laurie. And seems like Laurie chose the same number as Joe, which was 28, and which was the number I was feeling called to when I like saw it. So seems like that is our number, that is our chosen number. Although I forgot Wendy. Thank you, Wendy, for sharing a number. But let's go with page number 28 because that is the number that came up for two people. So seems like there is a message there. And interestingly, the first and the last number as well. Okay. So the message is uh, so the author says, I was working at what's now the Shambhala Center, and I was being taught how to teach, as many of us were. And the instructions I received were to prepare well, to know your subject, and then go in there with no note cards. Honestly, this is the best advice for life. No note cards. So, yeah, that was the message, that to prepare well, know your subject, and go in there with no note cards. That kind of like what it brings up with me is for me is like, to go with the flow, to not be very rigid about the plan that you have in mind for life, or for whatever area, whatever goal that you have, to prepare well, to take your steps, to make a plan, to know your subject, to gain the knowledge about everything, related to your goal or to that area, and then to go in there with no note cards, with like no specific rigid plan that you need to adhere to, stick to. And it's an invitation, like what is coming up for me is to like go with the flow, whatever comes, trust that, flow with that, because you have already prepared well, you already know the subject. So whatever is going to come through is going to take you in the right direction, is going to take you towards what matters. It's going to take you is going to bring forth whatever is needed in that moment, you know. So yeah, that was something that came up for me, and that was the reading that that came up from page number 28. So let me know, Laurie and Joe, in, if this resonated with you at all at some level, or is there some other message that you're getting from the reading? Feel free to share that because we all interpret it differently. We all feel, receive a different message from the same step as well. So yeah. And this reading kind of like reminds me of this, like this live space where maybe like initially when I decided to do this, I was like, I'm a very anxious person. And I never imagined I would be speaking like this without any notes, without any structure, without anything, just seeing whatever comes up, whatever random thing comes up, and then I'm speaking about it. And things also just pour in my mind from somewhere. I don't know. But yeah, it just kind of like gave me a glimpse of this whole journey since I think January 2025 when I started this. So yeah, it felt like kind of um reassuring or like showing me my past self. So yeah, that was another thing that came up for me. Okay. So Laurie says it gave me calm assurance and confidence. Ah, exactly what it gave me as well, Laurie. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm so happy that you feel that, reassurance from this message. Bob says, my short term memory is becoming really problematic, and whilst I don't stick rigid, I need to use note cards now. I didn't used to when I worked, and before Mandy passed, I'm waiting to see the neurologist. So maybe, you know, firstly, I'm sorry to hear that, you're having some issues with your memory. And I hope that, you receive some useful, like, I don't know, suggestions from your neurologist. I was actually recently searching for like some memory exercises, not specifically like sharing them for you, but I was just sharing just sharing in general, like because my father is also having some like a little bit signs of memory issues, not very major, but yeah, a little bit. So I was like, okay, you need to do some exercises. So I searched for them. And then there was this one, like, in the morning, for the short term memory, what it was like, you can read something and then you can put a hand on it and then you can summarize it. Or you can like have a grocery list, you memorize all the items and then ask yourself what were they and see if you were correct. And for like maybe even longer term memory, like you give like 5 words in the morning and like someone give it to you, whoever is having the problem, and then at night you ask those 5 words from them. So this is what we are doing right now. So yeah, I just wanted to share something that popped up regarding the memory issues. And yeah, it's okay to use them, whatever supports you. Maybe this was not like the message was not very literal for you specifically, regarding the note cards. And or maybe it was, maybe your neurologist will tell you. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for sharing that with us, Bob. And I hope that, you know, uh, you receive something for, something helpful for your memory from neurologist. Joe says, go with the flow is the strong message. Thank you, Joe, for letting me know what part resonated most with you. Thank you. And thank you, Laurie, for the heart. Okay, so this was our first reading for today. And now let us move to our next one. Okay, so again, and in case anyone new joined us, before I spin the wheel, I invite you to ask yourself, is there anything that you need guidance on? And then hold that in your mind as we spin the wheel. So let me take out the wheel. Here it is. So, holding whatever you need guidance on in your heart. Okay. It is like so very interesting. The book that was just above this one was the same book that we just read. Very interesting. And there are like 50 plus books here and still. Okay, so the book that came up now is Everyday Mindfulness by Melissa Stegenas. So yeah, let me open this beautiful book. And the subheading is 108 Simple Practices to Empower Yourself and Transform Your Life. So, yeah, this is the beautiful book. It has a very like calming cover and a very soothing one as well, like for right now when there is so much heat, right? Okay. Melissa Stegenas. Sometimes my pronunciation is wrong or different. Okay. So Bob says, I empathize with your father. It's very frustrating. Yeah, it is. So, yeah, we're just trying that he does those exercises. That's also very frustrating. Okay. Yeah, so let me choose some numbers. And then we can play a game. Okay, so my dear ones, I invite you to pick a number between 10 to 143. Again, no rush, take your time. I pick a number randomly based on my intuition, okay? So just share the number that is coming up for you in the comments. Ooh, Kristen was quick. Thank you, Kristen. And welcome back. Okay, let me remove that from here. Yeah. Okay, Bob says, and for you, I know my son, when I see him, he gets so annoyed. Uh, yeah, it is like it is frustrating for everyone involved, right? And I hope that hmm, everyone who is going through this or something like this finds some ease, uh, see some progress. Thank you, Bob, for sharing a number. Thank you, Jirtsa, for sharing a number. And it's nice to have you back. uh, Anyone else who wants to share a number and, receive the divine message? Thank you, Priscilla. Okay. So let's see, which number am I feeling most called to right now? Mhm. Okay, so the number that I'm feeling most called to is 139, and that has been chosen by Jutsta for all of us. Thank you, dear. Okay, let's see what wants to come through page 139. Ooh, a nice one. Okay, so it was like feeling it. Oh, amazing. I love it when this happens. Okay, so the heading for you is vocalize your gratitude. So, the purpose of this practice that I'm going to share in a moment is you know that gratitude is the most helpful and abundant when shared. This is especially true when it's shared in a meaningful way, verbally, instead of texting heart emojis. Not only does this have the power to deepen your relationships, but it also gets you in the transformative practice of identifying and communicating your gratitude. So that's the purpose. And now comes the practice, which is meet with or call someone you are grateful for today. During your conversation, tell that person you are thankful for them, not just because of what they have done for you, but for who they are as a person. Feel free to use one or more of the following statements. Okay, so I'm now going to share those statements with you that you can use if you want to, or you can just say whatever you feel called to by appreciating the kind of person that they are, for which you're grateful. So you can say, like, I'm grateful for your presence in my life, or has made my life your friendship has made my life better because dash, and then you fill in the reason. Because when we are more specific, it just, um, gives that other person also clarity, or like, like it helps them take in the compliment, because sometimes it is very, very difficult to take in, the positive feedback, the compliments, the gratitude. If it is not very specific, we brush it off like, that we don't deserve it or something. So yeah. uh yeah, and the other line that you can use is, I think you are a wonderful person because, and then you can fill in dash, and you can share the specific qualities, the specific, things about them that makes them wonderful according to you. Okay. And yeah, and then later on reflect, how did this practice made me feel? Okay. So this is a challenge practice suggestion for you, and I hope you really do it. This would make your day as well as someone else's day as well. So maybe decide a specific day. If you are too busy today, you can do it tomorrow, but decide a specific time and day and person with whom you are going to do this. And I hope that you do it, and you feel really, really, really good. Joe says, great idea to do this. Ooh, Joe likes this idea. Seems like, okay, you accept this challenge, Joe. I hope you do this for someone today. I hope you tell them why you're grateful for them. Ah, Bob says, Anisha and friends here, and other insight timer. I'm grateful to you all. I can honestly say, without friends here uh, and Substack, I don't think I would have survived. Bob, thank it means a lot, you know, to hear you say that. And I hope you continue to find more and more and more reasons to live this beautiful life. So thank you for your kind, beautiful words. And thank you for your, like very quickly following through on this practice. Thank you. Ah, there's like a wish that is just repeating in my head again and again. If I don't say something, it keep on repeating in my head. But just I hope just that may everyone who is suffering find this kind of support. So yeah, thank you. Bob. Do we have Patrick here? Patrick can pass the tissues to Bob. Patrick is on tissue duty since I think December 2025. So yeah, Joe says will do. Okay, Joe has accepted this challenge. Oh, I'm so happy that you're following through. And Patrick has taken out the tissues. Okay. So yeah, here it is for you, Bob. Patrick's act of kindness. Bob, I hope that you continue to smile. I hope that you find joy and meaning in this life. Kathleen says, I'm grateful for you, Anisha. You have brought uh, a stabilizing and positive light of hope into my life. Oh, Kathleen, that means a lot. And now you're making me teary. Ah, Patrick, more tissues, please. Oh, I'm so I don't know, m- like my heart is touched knowing this. So thank you. Thank you. It means a lot. I'm okay. Yeah. Have some tissues. Okay. Mhm. Ah. Thank you, Bob. Sharing's caring. Ah, okay. And I am so grateful to have each and every one of you in this space. I'm so grateful to this space, to Insight Timer, and to each and every one of you, because because you, you know, made me love myself. You made me accept myself. You made me accept the authentic version that I am. You made me feel like I fit in. You made me feel valuable. You guys made me believe in myself. Ah, you guys have given me so many, beautiful words that I can confide in when I'm feeling low. So, and that is really, really helpful at times. So thank you so much for all of the love, all of the support, all of the kindness, all of the inspiration, all of the reflection that has come through in this space. So thank you so much for that. I'm really, really, really grateful to each and every one of you. You guys make a difference in my life too. So thank you. Priscilla says, oh, you are truly a blessing, Anisha. I'm so grateful for you and this beautiful community you have created. So am I. So am I. I'm really I'm really happy that I found all of you, in this space. Ah, thank you, Priscilla, and I'm happy to have you here. It means a lot. Thank you so, so, so much for continuing to stay with me. Bob says, you're so sweet, Anisha. And so are you. And so is everyone in the space. I have never ever found this kind of a space anywhere else. Patrick says, I'm multitasking today. So we won't disturb Patrick so much. We have had enough tissue stock for today. But thank you, Patrick, for listening to this while you're doing other important stuff as well. I appreciate it. Bob says, you're definitely all those things. Thank you, Bob. That is so sweet. See, you're so sweet as well. Okay. So I'm happy you are, in like you feel like you are in a better place, you know, even if sometimes it doesn't feel like it, or even if sometimes it does. But yeah, it's nice to see all this positive energy, you know, like rippling out in the space from you. Okay, guys, it seems like this is a wonderful um, way to wrap this live. So, hmm. So I guess that's it for this live, and I want to share with you guys mm, three little things in case you are new to this space before you go. Okay, so my lovely, amazing, beautiful being, if you want to know to find more of my offerings. Bye, Kathleen. Thank you for staying till the end. I hope you received something of value from this live. So, yeah, the first thing that I wanted to share is okay, before I even start with that. Yeah, so if you guys enjoyed today's live, if you found something that made you smile today, that brought something positive in your life today from the space. And if you feel like supporting the space, helping me continue doing these lives, helping me create more and more resources, which I'm going to share with you guys in a moment, then you can support me, support my work, help me continue doing what I love doing most, which is this, by making a small donation. And if you can't make a donation but you want to support me, you're welcome to listen to my content. That is also another way to support me. So, yeah. Okay, now coming to my offerings, all the resources that I have for you. So, you can find them by going to my profile. Okay, by going to the home section there, scrolling down. Yeah, so you will see a playlist section here just above my group where I post the summary of these lives. In case you are interested, you can join this group with 142 other beautiful beings because I post like a summary within like 10 minutes of this live ending here every after every live. Okay. So coming to the first place where you can find all of my resources, which is the playlist section. So I have created 5 playlists in which I have arranged all of my content so it is easier for you guys to navigate. So the first playlist is Mindfulness Meditation Challenge. This is a free mindfulness meditation challenge. Like it contains only free tracks. So in case you don't have premium, you can still access it and go through all of it. There is this nervous system regulation techniques playlist. I'm going to add like 100 plus tracks here. Then there is this little Wheel of Wisdom playlist, which I have created a game out of. And this is completely 100% free. Like, so in case you don't have premium, you can still listen to all of these. And here are like 70 meditations under this. So I hope that you find something you need without facing any barrier. And this was made possible because of all the donations that came in through the live. So I poured, I invested them, I used them to devote all of my time, energy, resources to create this. And then there is little reminders for you. So this is like very close to my heart. That's why a lot of hearts here. Because it contains like, mind shifts, perspective shifts, very mini ones, like 5 minutes, 3 minutes, to shift your mindset in a very soothing way. So when you're feeling low, you can open this, listen to any of the tracks that contains your specific negative thought. And by the end, you will end up feeling more hopeful. And the final one is this therapy tools and techniques. This I created recently and it already has like 23 tracks. So it contains different therapy techniques or some meditations created based on a psychological concept. So, because I'm also a psychologist, have that education background, but I also wanted to share all these resources with you guys and not gatekeep them. So, I wanted to share everything that I have found helpful, everything that my clients asked me to create more, guided practices on. So, yeah, this is the first place where you can find all of my resources, the playlist section. The second is the courses section. I won't go deep. I will just say that I have 7 courses. You can go through them in your own time. if you feel called. And if you want to access more of my resources, you can go to the About section. You can scroll down, and here you will find everything else that I have to offer, including the recording of this live. So, yeah, these are the three places where you can find everything that I have to offer. Also, there is this new video section. I've been creating a lot of videos, like, I have 28 videos. So, yeah, you can check them out as well. So, yeah, these are all the things that I have to offer. And first, let me put my next live here in case anyone wants to leave, because I would love to have each and every one of you there. And now, let me read the comments that poured in. Bob says, take care, everyone, in this heat. Thank you, Anisha, for everything. I will donate when I get my pension. I can only I can only make one donation each month, I'm afraid. That's all right, Bob. It's, there is always no compulsion to make a donation. It's, if you can't donate, that's all right. You can just, if you still want to support me, there are other ways you can listen to, everything that I've shared with you. You can listen to any of my content. And if you listen to like premium one, if you have a premium, that is going to help me more. But if you don't have that, you can also listen to the free ones, because your reviews and everything, they just encourage me to create more as well. So yeah, there are so many ways to support in case you can't, there's don't feel any pressure at all to make a donation. Okay. Wendy says, listen and leave reviews and stars. Anisha will make a little something if you can be sure to do both. An easy way to support her work if you're unable to donate. Thank you, Wendy, for sharing that. Exactly, you whenever like we read a very nice review, all of us teachers, including Wendy, who is also a teacher on Insight Time, it just makes it feel like everything was worthwhile, It just inspires us, motivates us. It just feels like a nice, warm feeling in our heart. So yeah, those also support us in that way. Bob says, have you ever come across Professor Paul Gilbert? Yes, I think. Yes, definitely. Yes, I've heard of him. My mind is not able to connect the dots right now. A lot of different concepts are popping up in my head right now. But yes, I've heard his name. I think I've read one of his books as well. But yeah, right now I'm not able to remember. Maybe I need to see his face or read one of the works that he has written. But yeah, I think it was a good one. I think. Yeah. Uh okay. Mary says, hi Anisha all all you lovely people. Hi Mary, welcome to the space. If you just joined, we're just ending the live right now. But in case you feel called, you can, either listen to the recordings or you can stay here on Insight Time and you can just, scroll through my profile and just pick something to listen to. So that way we can stay together a little bit more longer. Ah, oh, okay. Yeah, regarding shame. Okay, now it is reminding me of this compassion focused therapy. I think that was created by him. Okay, I think so. Let me check. Yeah, okay, yeah, CFT, yeah, exactly. Okay, boss says that's right. Yeah, I was like, I really, I know this name, it's just not clicking in my head right now. Maybe I need to work on my memory too. I need to revise the concepts. Ah, Priscilla says, great share, Wendy. I listen to Anisha's recordings a lot. Oh, thank you, Priscilla. That means so much. Thank you so much for like spending even more time with me. Ah, that means a lot, It just makes all of us so happy, when you consume, like when you really take the time, when you invest the time, when you choose to spend your precious time listening to anything that we have created. It just makes everything worth it. So thank you so much, Priscilla. I know you have gone through a lot of my courses as well. So I really, really appreciate you, thinking that they are worth your time, you know, and I have like for leaving all those like comments and reviews. So yeah, thank you so much. It's always lovely to hear from you, and like it's like a continued connection with you as well. So thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay, now let's really, really wrap this live. Uh, okay, give me a second. I'm feeling called to do one more reading. Okay, let's do one final reading for Mary. Okay, let's do one final one. Oh, Patrick. Patrick says yes, please. Jennifer says yes. Okay. So yeah, people are excited. Let's do. Oh, Jennifer also just joined in. Then this one is for Jennifer and Mary and anyone who just joined in as well. Let's do one final one. I'm like something in me really said don't, close this live yet. Bob says, so do I, yourself and Yaima and several others. I love Inside Timer and I love coming across each other. Yeah, isn't it lovely to connect with so many like-minded people, right? Uh okay. Yeah. So let me take out the wheel and see what wants to come through for one last time from our third book for today. Holding anything you need guidance on in your mind. Oh, I think this book came up in our last live as well. Interesting. Okay, so the book is Arriving at Your Own Door by John Kabat-Zinn, who is a pioneer of mindfulness in Western world. He also created mindfulness-based stress reduction program. Okay, let me see. Opening this book. So this is our book. Yeah. Oh, I love how you put things, Jennifer. Yeah, homecoming. Exactly. Let's come back to our home. So I'll say such a needed blessing indeed. Okay, so choosing some numbers now for our game. So, my dear ones, I invite you to pick a number between 13 to 134. Again, no need to rush. I will pick a number randomly. So, just share the first number that pops up in your head here. Okay, thank you, Jennifer. Okay, what's his surname? Okay, let me type it, and I'm hoping I get it right. I think that's his name. Yeah. Okay. Thank you, Jennifer. Oh, double numbers, huh? Thank you, Jennifer. Thank you, Mary. Thank you, Priscilla, Bob, Laurie. Anyone else who wants to share a number and receive the final divine message for today? Okay, we got a double number, which is 22. Thank you, Patrick and Jennifer, for sharing that number. So we are going with 22 now because it came to two people. So, Jennifer, seems like this reading is indeed for you. Yes. Okay, what is on page number 22? Okay. So the heading is Change the World. That doesn't mean that your aspirations to effect positive change makes things different. Okay, give me a second. Okay, so yeah, now it makes sense. I was reading it incorrectly. Yeah. That doesn't mean that that your aspirations to effect positive change, to make things different, to improve your life, and the lot of the world are inappropriate. Those are very real possibilities. Just by sitting down and being still, you can change yourself and the world. In fact, just by sitting down and being still in a small but not insignificant way, you already have. So, the message for you, Jennifer and Patrick, is to sit down and be still. And this is the way you will change your world and the world. Ah, and I think, Patrick, I think this was the message for you since you were multitasking with us. Maybe, but yeah, just take out some time to do nothing, to allow yourself to be still first physically and then maybe even mentally. And in this way, you will gain clarity, you will gain stillness in your system, you will convey safety to your body, and you will be able to deal with your situation with other people in a more calm, in a more wiser, in a more kinder way, being your best self in this world. And that can change the world. If each of us were kind, if each of us were, more, I don't know, like if each of us felt safe within our body, how wonderful would this world be, right? Ah, okay. Jennifer says, I do feel my current theme is returning to my home, the body. I love that. And I'm glad that, you're practicing that. You are allowing yourself to take the time and settle within your body instead of always running with your mind. Hey, Jennifer says, okay, I read. Bob says, that's right, my world has changed. I'm so glad to hear that. Patrick says, that's what I'm currently doing after my other tasks were completed. I do that on a daily basis. I'm glad to hear that, Patrick, that you have given you have given yourself time to do, and now you're balancing it with being as well. So, yeah, thank you for sharing that. Seems like the universe is saying, okay, you're doing the right thing, Patrick. Okay. Bob says considerably. I'm trying so hard for my world to be as it was, but it can't be. I need to change as well. Yeah, I can understand, not understand, but I can imagine wanting the past, the past self, the past situations to come back, but they don't. And maybe that's life's invitation to change ourselves, to witness even more, beautiful things that it has to offer that hasn't yet entered our life, right? Caitlin says, sit down and be still. This aligns with the message I got from the tarot last night. Ooh, I was fussing and doing all the things instead of slowing and doing the one task I really wanted to focus on. I listened to the message last night, but excellent resonance. Oh, Caitlin, I love the alignment here. Thank you for sharing it. And I'm glad that you listened to that message and you were able to, focus on that task that mattered most in that moment. And usually, us doing things, keeping ourselves busy, is just another way to procrastinate, to avoid doing that thing that we think is too important for us to even touch, or we might ruin it, or I don't want to do it and then fail at it. So, like, keeping ourselves busy is just another strategy that her mind has learned. Caitlin says, and the home, I was slowing down this morning and found some little dust bunnies to tidy up. Ah, this is so cute. Pets make tidying up a super constant thing, lol. But I could hear the home sigh out in thanks for the cleaning. Ah, yeah, I can imagine, the amount of cleaning and regular cleaning it might take to not have all those uh, dog and cat hair all around and all of the other stuff. Yeah, it's nice that you spent some moments with your home and that helped you come home to yourself as well. Thank you, Caitlin, for sharing all of those wonderful instances from your life with us. Ah, what a lovely reading. And and I wanted to leave you guys with two resources that came up for me when I was reading this. The first one is, now I have so many resources, it takes me a while to select one. Okay, too many options. Yeah. So there was this one. So when I said to first settle physically, to first be still physically and then still your mind. So if you need help with that, especially with stilling your mind, which is not the goal with this practice, but it is a very beautiful positive side effect that happens a lot of times when people practice it. So yeah, if you want that, you can check out this particular practice, or or you can check out any of my nervous system regulation tracks that you also feel a little bit still after doing any of those regulation techniques. So there was that. And the second resource that I wanted to share with you was this one. Yeah. So when we were talking about doing and being and balancing it, this one came to my mind. This is like a very my shortest course, like a very mini course. So in case you feel like seeing if reflecting back on your life and seeing whether you have been focusing on doing or being, and whether that has been helpful for you, do you want to change it or not, and then if yes, then how to do that. So yeah, those were the two resources, and the third one was like the nervous system playlist that I have. So yeah, those were what I wanted to share with you that came up for me from this reading. So yeah, that's it for this live. My next live is day after tomorrow, and it is a little later, at a little later time, like 30 minutes after this live started. I decided that because a lot of people are when I end these lives, a lot of people enter the live then. So I was like, okay, let's do it at a little later time. I can't do a lot late, but yeah, I decided I can try half an hour late so that everyone who joins us at this kind of time can benefit from it and can be here in the space. So, so yeah, that is Bob says, thank you, Anisha. I've started this course recently. Oh, I am excited to hear that. I'm looking forward to find out how you find it. So yeah, thank you for checking out that course, Bob. Thank you so much. See, you're already supporting me. Bob says, what time is it there now? Okay, for me, you see, it's 7:20 p.m. in the evening. So yeah, that is the time here for me. And this live is like the one that I've scheduled here is like 50 minutes before this time. Okay. So, yeah, maybe I will see more new faces or the regular ones that I haven't seen in a while in that next live. But, anyways, thank you so much for staying till the end. I hope that you guys, enjoyed this live, that you received whatever it is that you needed to hear from today's live. So, thank you so much for being here. I bow down to the divine within you all. Namaste. May you all be safe. May you all feel held and supported by the universe. May you all see your own worth. May you all feel enough. So that's my wish for you. I hope to see you guys soon, day after tomorrow. Bob says soon be time for bed for you. Thank you again. Yeah, it would be. Thank you. Thank you for being here, Bob. It was nice talking with you today. Laurie says thank you. You're welcome, Laurie. Thank you so much for staying till the end and for being here in the space. Appreciate it. Mary says thank you, friend. Thank you, Mary. I hope that you liked the last message the last reading that we did. So thank you for showing up. Bye bye. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful, beautiful day or night.